Where's the remote? Sorry, I had to find a remote. But anyways, hello. How are we doing? It's me coming to you live, as usual, all the time. Blah blah blah. My brother needs to put the fucking volume down in his room. I can hear that shit from here. But enough about that. Let's get rid of this music because I want to hear something else. Something a bit, you know, up my alley. That's a lot better. Anyways, let's get on with the show for now. That's crazy to hear. That's crazy, Teen Samus. That's crazy. I'm lowballing like usual, folks. I'm lowballing. Holy. It is 10:22 p.m. March 24th, 2024. How are we all doing today? Me? I am tired. Nothing, to be frank, nothing at all. Today, all I want to do is try to do the one thing I haven't done before. Talk. Yes, we're just going to do what the thing says, a just chatting stream for a bit. And a bit of videos. Because I want to talk about one important thing right now. I think I have to stop streaming on Sundays. Oh no. Yes, let me just sit up straight for a minute. Actually, let me grab a drink. I need a soda real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, there's my tissue. I was looking for my tissues as well. But to be for real, yes, it is true. Blowing my nose, ASMR. But I do have to be real for a minute right now. What the fuck? Yeah, well, I'm experiencing interruptions, you fucking YouTube. Work better. What's up, Rosie Mosey? How are we as well? What? Hello? What's wrong with it? I didn't change it at all, did I? It's normal today. Of course. That thing with the voice changer was only for like a day. It was only like a free trial. That's a cold one. I might consider buying it when I can, but not soon. Not soon. Thank you. But I do want to talk about a real thing. Back to what I was mentioning. I think I have to stop streaming on Sundays. And that is a sad thing to admit to. Because, I mean, I'm only using the voice mod just to like make sure my voice sounds a little bit more better and higher quality. There's like a thing that makes it like much more sound better. That's all. The clean effect. That's all. That's what it's called. But yes, I think I'm gonna have to stop streaming. You whore! Stop. Stop. Play normally. It's the wizard money is the wizard money gang thing. It's the meme. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Stay. My computer's fucking up, that's all. That's all. And it needs to stop. But what I want to talk about today is that I might stop streaming on Sundays. Stop. Stop.
All right, so yeah, I've been having a lot of fun.
This thing is not holding up. I'm just not moving my head. I do like how the head moves though. Anyways, I've come to the realization that I might have to stop streaming on Sundays. And you're probably asking yourself, why am I going to be deciding this even though I stream every Sunday? You see, I have 2 jobs, you feel me? I have 2 jobs to make ends meet. One of them I work for a whole... for a whole week, and then one of them I work on Sundays, okay? And it's starting to get a little bit harder now to keep managing this up. You bitch. Why? Stop. It's not working. It's being mean. Work. Please. Come on now. I know, I'm just, what's stressing out about is the music now. All I want is some background noise. And my computer's already fucking up for that. I hate you, computer. Oh. Back to what I was talking about. No more streams on Sundays because I'm tired. That's pretty much the gist of it all. Okay? Sometimes I work late on Sundays and I can't make it to the stream usually at 8 when I try to do it. So yes, I'm probably going to stop streaming on Sundays. So officially, when I stream, it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday. And look at this shit. This music doesn't fucking pause at all on me. And this is the sad music. Bullshit. But yes, I've come to that realization. The only thing I feel like I should be doing is finding a better job so I don't have to work 2 jobs. But the only problem with that is that I still might need that second job because, you know, we're struggling out here. And at the same time, I should be taking a little bit more care of myself, as in financially. I think I need to look at another avenue of currency? Money? Whatever you want to say. Maybe like there's something else to do that can help me out in my situation of being a broke bitch. And that is the very truthful thing I'm saying right now. I am indeed a broke bitch. Crazy. I thought I was crazy. But anyways, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say right now. I know, but it's always been about the grind. You always gotta keep grinding. You gotta keep doing that. You gotta keep at it. Hopefully get lucky and shit. But, right now I'm struggling just to stay awake. Well, to be honest, I got home around like 8:30 and then I was just chilling in bed since 9. And all that stuff. So yeah, Sundays are officially off now. It's just Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. One thing I do want to revert back to, hold on. I had an itch. It's focusing on one game, okay? One main game. That's our main focus, okay? Nothing else, nothing more, alright? And the main game I'm going to be focusing on this for now is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, alright? Mondays are still going to be a free play, and sometimes sort of Saturdays as well, alright? But main game and then everything else, okay? So on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, main game, one game, the big game we're working on. Good to know, teen Samus. Also, I feel kind of sick a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting the sniffles. I'm getting like something in the back of my throat. Not a lot, but a little bit. Anyways. That's pretty much what I came here to talk about. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah. No, that's pretty much all I had right now. Honestly, I think I'm about hitting the hay soon. Like going to bed. Maybe around 12 or 11. One thing I'm trying to get on my mind is like, what should I be doing now? On my free time. Because, you know, I have a packed schedule. I do lots of things. God damn it. Boogers and shit. I am definitely getting sick. That is just a fact. I am the sick boy now. It's starting to happen. Damn you, flu shots. What was the point of taking you if you're not gonna help me? Damn you indeed. I'm gonna have to update that on Wisebot for like the schedule and shit. You know, to be fair, I do have an eventful schedule. I do things on my days. I wake up early to go to work. After that, I come home and rest. After that, after a little bit of resting, I work out. After working out, I check on my things, read up my things, watch my things, then I have dinner, and then I stream. I think I still want to stick to the 4-hour stream, because that's where I can get a lot of stuff done. You just gotta keep grinding, Teen Samus. You just gotta keep grinding. Listen, Teen Samus, I'm gonna hit you with something right now. You do a lot of yapping, you're not doing a lot of working, alright? You gotta do the work, alright? If I was you, I wouldn't be talking about this. You know what I'd be doing? I'll be on that shit. I'll be on those monsters, alright? I'll be making those things my bitch right now, okay? Nothing ever gets done by talking. You need to take... Who's here? No? Bomb? I apologize for that. Apparently, I'm the only one who owns a fucking screwdriver in this house. They needed to bother me for that screwdriver. Yes, yes. You need a screwdriver? I'm your guy, apparently. Yes, yes, sir, indeed. Always good to feel important for a screwdriver. Anyways, do the work, Teen Samus. Get that shit done. Overall. Anyways, I was picking my nose. I have not touched Monster Hunter Rise at all. I never took my Switch with me to work, even though I could have. But today was a busy day, so I didn't have a chance to do anything like that. I did somehow folded all the boxes and was able to fucking, you know, watch my shows, but that's pretty much it. Mental sanity. Fuck the mental sanity. Go fucking insane. So that way you can get better. Huh. Anyways, moving on. Oh yeah, my financial issues. The mafia got me by the neck. That is the one true thing I can say. The mafia, they on my shit. They on my dick, alright? It'd be rude to call them gay, but they want their money. As I said before, teen, I'm not here to read your words. I want to see the result, and I want you to send me a picture of it, okay? To be fair, Teen Simons, it's not like I'm being rude right now, but it's something they taught me in ROTC. I hate to mention that because I hope my brother doesn't hear me say that, but something about like the army, it's like you really can't show. Fuck you. I'm dying. I am currently dying. Oh god. I am alive again. Fuck, you're gonna hear me die. I'm gonna die on stream because of this fucking code that's coming up right now. And I had a fucking smoothie. A fucking code smoothie earlier. But how was that a smart decision? I should have went to the fucking... got a sub sandwich and a fucking hot soup. Why did I get a smoothie? Why was my fat ass aiming for that? You know you felt the sickness. Why the fuck did I do that? Dumbass me. Moving on. Yeah, my debt to the mafia. Fuck them. But I'll try to get that shit back whenever I can. Moving on. In other news, I think I've decided what game I wanted to play after Like a Dragon. It's a cowboy game. And that's all you get as a hint. To be fair, I do want to grind outside of stream. Or during stream, maybe I'll do it on tomorrow, Monday. Just so I can get like a higher level, so that way I don't have to fucking... we all have to suffer me, you know, playing the game and stuff, right? Get to a higher level in the game, so that way it can be easy street by the end. Because remember, it's an RPG game. It's gonna take a lot of grinding. But at the same time, I also want to do Monster Hunter. I'm trying to get back to my shit, you know. I said no. We don't. You'll just guess, teen. Just guess. There are no guarantees it's gonna be that game. Okay, no guarantees. It might be Red Dead. It might be some other cowboy game. Who knows? Only I know. Anyways, so yeah, after Like a Dragon, a cowboy game, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had for announcements. Pretty much all to talk about. Just no more streams on Sunday, no streams on Wednesdays, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, hopefully, but I'm just trying to get my financial situation. All I want to do is quit one of my jobs and get a better one. That's what I'm kind of trying to aim for currently. If I was fair right now. If it wasn't for this one job that's sort of sucking the life out of me right now, and I can start to feel it right now, like it's starting to like dawn on me, drain on me, like sucking my life in the worst way possible. Like, come on. I gotta change it up. Someone's gotta pick me up for a different job. Hopefully. When I can. I don't know. But it won't change the schedule, I'm not gonna lie. Or so it might be. Because, you know, depending on what the job I get and then what time it's gonna give me. But it's one of my other priorities. What else do I got to say? What else is there? What? I mean, I'm just a filthy. Other than that damn shirt brand, I'm just a filthy casual. You feel me? Filthy and casual. Although the thought of changing my name is there. I don't think anyone else can say my name properly. So I gotta change it to something different. More relatable, more a new personality. Who knows? Grab the wrong can. And drink up. Not really like that. I like Monster Hunter, but I'm not in love with it like that. Drawing art. Maybe I should stream myself drawing art. Maybe that'll get the boys to the yard. If I remember how to pick up a pencil. Do I know how to pick up a pencil? It's been a minute. I should try. Well, we'll watch streams of me learning how to get better at art. That's one thing. Anyways, let's ignore the sappy talk. Let's go to watch the videos. The videos I had pulled up just for shits and giggles. I was actually curious about these videos anyway. Let's just enjoy some random videos for now.
That's crazy that the most interesting things about this new laptop are the reasons not to buy it. So the MacBook Air just got refreshed. It's a pretty simple update. Maybe a boring one, actually. There's really only two things new. It has this new anodization on the outside, apparently a slightly more fingerprint resistant look to it, and it has the new M3 chip inside. So the coating, I don't know. It barely makes a difference if I'm being honest. It still gets fingerprints if you handle it regularly without a skin or a case. I would much rather depend on something like a skin from channel sponsor Dbrand. It lets you break out from one of the three really simple colors, and it's gonna hide fingerprints a million times better than any metal treatment ever could. Plus these are real leather, so they have a nice plush texture and it'll patina over time, so I'll leave a link to this one below. But the other new thing is this M3 chip inside. So we've seen this M3 chip before. This is what Apple does. They put the same chip everywhere. This came out in October of last year, and they immediately put it in the new iMac. And then we also got a new MacBook Pro that launched with this and the M3 Pro and the M3 Max. So, okay, new M3, Apple Silicon 3rd generation, great. So now we're finally getting this new base M3 chip in the new MacBook Air. Side note, why does it take so long? I don't know. It feels like Apple kind of staggers it, probably on purpose, but like it's the same chip everywhere. They've done the iMac, they've done the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air, but the Mac Mini just staying on M2, kind of weird. Also, the new iPad Pro still on M2. When's that gonna get it? Anyway, you already know that the MacBook Air is the most popular Mac for a reason. This is the base, like entry-level Mac that most people are seeing as the way to get into the Mac world. And so the base MacBook Air has typically been one of the easiest to recommend laptops in the world by design. But this one, interestingly, for two reasons, isn't. Now, this has nothing to do with performance of M3 or anything weird like that. Like, it's the performance you were expecting. If you look at benchmarks, it's right around that 10 to 20% improvement over M2, depending on what you're doing. Definitely leans heavier on graphics improvements this generation. And there's the ray tracing now, finally, so any applications or rendering that are taking advantage of that, that's going to be a noticeable improvement for M3. And it's clearly a more capable chip. And also MacBook Airs, especially the 15-inch, just constantly get great battery life across the board. You also get now dual external display support with the lid closed, but one external display with the laptop open. And it also appears that the base storage on M3 is much improved. So this was one of those concerns from, if you look back at M2, you know, obviously Apple seeds reviewers with higher end MacBooks, so most of us aren't getting that. But if you look back at M2, the base 256 gig model used a single SSD module instead of two SSDs. Long story short, that storage module was way slower than M1, like 50% slower on paper. Would you have noticed if nobody told you and had never benchmarked it? Maybe. Possibly not, but obviously it's a bummer having way slower storage on a new M2, and that extra time transferring large files, that adds up over time. So I'm happy to report that I've seen really good benchmarks on the base storage of the M3 Air. It appears that they fixed it. Awesome. So what's the deal with this M3 Air then? Why am I saying it's not necessarily the best recommendation? Well, historically, MacBook Air has been super easy to recommend, but with this M3, they also lowered the price of M2 by $100 and discontinued the M1. So now the lineup is M3 MacBook Air starts at $1099, then M2 MacBook Air starts at $999, and then M1, it's kind of gone from Apple, but you can still find stock that's left at like Walmart or Best Buy. Now, the thing about the MacBook Air being easy to recommend is we're talking about regular people, which it's very light, regular, normal usage, like web browsing, listening to music, a bunch of tabs open, work stuff, occasionally compiling or rendering some small things, photo editing, and chopping a video or two sometimes, but really very light. So these people, like type of people who would buy a laptop at Walmart, would be totally fine with the cheaper, identical looking MacBook Air with the slightly slower M2 chip and slower storage. I think they would be totally fine. But the other thing, which I need to talk about, is this whole base spec thing. This is not exactly new to the industry, but the base price and the base spec has almost become like this weird fallacy. Like, I think it was Linus who did a video about how starting at is like the biggest lie in tech. And he's right. It's not just tech. Like, the car industry does it all the time too. Starting at, you know, this super low price, but nobody actually gets it at that price. You're not going to get a totally bare base model car. The base price is really more to give you an idea of how much you're about to spend when you actually option it up the way you want to. And the issue with these is Apple's markup prices for above base spec is crazy high. Like, Apple charges way too much for the most basic upgrades. Obviously, Apple Silicon computers are all a system on a chip, so they cannot be upgraded ever after you buy them, right? So once you buy it, you know, you're kind of incentivized, if you're going to keep it for a long time, to splurge a little bit and give yourself some extra headroom and future-proof it and bump up that spec. But Apple charges so much for bumping up that spec that the base price feels like kind of even more of a lie than usual. So the MacBook Air starts in 2024 again at 8 gigs of shared RAM and 256 gigs of storage. Now, ignoring the fact that the phone I'm using also has more than 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage, if you want to upgrade to 16 gigs of memory, the first available RAM upgrade, that's $200. And if you want to bump up to just a half a terabyte of storage, that's another $200 more. Compared to how much that actually costs Apple, especially at the scale that they're operating, that is just crazy, brutal, ridiculous pricing. So even if you do just that, suddenly the MacBook Air M3 is $1,500. So either you're cool with knowing you're actually buying a $1,500+ MacBook Air, or the real question is the base spec in 2024 actually usable? And my take is, actually, sometimes yes. Sometimes yes. So again, if you're the people I talked about earlier, you're buying a laptop from the showcase at Walmart or Best Buy, you just need it to do the basic stuff I mentioned earlier. You actually can do that with 8 gigs of shared memory, no problem. This might seem like a hot take, but I've spent a lot of time doing this stuff. You rarely actually get close to hitting the max and hitting memory swap, and even when you do, it's very much still fine. It's when you get into the heavier stuff like media encoding or exporting or gaming that it's a whole nother story. So if you're watching this video, you already know which group of people you're in. So for that massive group of people who are doing a lot of that normal baseline computing stuff, don't buy the new M3 MacBook Air. You can very easily get an M2 MacBook Air and save your money. Matter of fact, if you don't need the brighter display, the MagSafe, the external display support, which you probably don't at this rate, it's also a great idea to look into Best Buy or Walmart's like $600-700 M1 MacBook Airs that they're selling right now. I think Walmart first announced they would have it for $699, and then a few days later, Best Buy announced that they'd sell it for $649, which is pretty sick. So clearly M3 is a much more capable overall chip and brings the floor of the laptop up, but the way I see it, what Apple Silicon has done to Apple's lineup is it's brought down the minimum level of machine that you can get away with doing your workflow. Does that make sense? So like me, I edit a lot of videos, and so I need a powerful machine for Final Cut Pro and that sort of stuff, right? So for the longest time, I could only use an Apple desktop, the highest end iMac Pro, the Mac Pro. And I still will, but I am now able to use Mac Studio, and I can actually edit. I've had an M1 Max MacBook Pro for a while, and I've been editing on the go with a laptop, which is a huge like enabler for me. And the same sort of thing applies if you're doing like gaming stuff, or if you have a whole bunch of coding and heavy, maybe even just encoding photos or whatever you're doing at that level, you'd typically rely on a MacBook Pro. But with these new chips and with Apple Silicon, you can do that on a high-end MacBook Air, which is, again, a pretty sweet enabler. So that's what the new M3 MacBook Air is. If you do that sort of stuff, it's an amazing computer. It should be on your short list. Great all around, easy to recommend. But again, if you're doing the lightweight, normal stuff and you need a MacBook Air, don't get this one. Get the cheaper one. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Fuck Apple. That's all I had to say on that one.
Riding this solar FF light scooter, and let me jump this curve, because this thing is good in the city environment like I am in now, but also if you take it off-road and stuff in grass and dirt. But the one thing I like about the scooter is that it comes in at $17.99, so $1,799.
What? 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 $17.99 for a scooter? Dog, I'd rather go to the junkyard and find a car that's like a little bit fixable than that. The fuck?
$9, and that's a lot of money, but the performance that you get for it is actually pretty impressive for that price. So this thing has dual 1600 watt motors, one in the front and one in the rear wheel. And this is a 60 volt system. And basically you can run either both motors at the same time, or you can choose to run either the front or the rear motor. So I recommend that for people who are just riding one of these beasts for the first time, just doing one motor, because it's a little bit easier for takeoff. But if you want the full power of takeoff, run both motors at the same time. All right, so now for my speed test, I am in sport mode. I'm using both of the motors and I am in gear 3. And I went inside of the settings and I enabled the hard start, so that should give me the fastest acceleration here. So let's get this thing going in 3, 2, 1, boom. And there we go, we burned off a little bit there. So we're already at 20 miles per hour, 22, 26. Steering is very stable, 33, 34, 36, and GPS app is showing 34, 35, 37. Oh yeah. And we're coming to the end here. And let me cross safely. So we got up to 37, maybe 38 miles per hour pretty quickly there. All right, so I turned around here. So yeah, that was pretty stable. I've been able to get up to 40 miles per hour. Now I'm going against the wind here. And we are at 33. Scooter display is showing 37. And we have a lot of wind here. Oh yeah. A lot of wind, so let me slow down here. All right, so I pulled over to the side here, but yeah, inside of the manual with the scooter, it says mode 1 will allow you to get up to 24 miles per hour, mode 2, 36 miles per hour, and mode 3, 40 miles per hour. Now on the website, they do say that this scooter can get up to 45 miles per hour, but for me, the 40 miles per hour has been what I've kind of maxed out at, and that's probably as fast as I would want to go on something like this, but maybe you'll be able to go a little bit faster if you are a little bit lighter than I am. And so yeah, right now I'm just pulling back on this twist throttle, and you can see that I'm getting up to speed very quickly. According to the bike's display, I'm at 30 miles per hour right now, 34 miles per hour. And as I use the dual hydraulic disc brakes, and these are nut brakes, I know there's a joke right there, but the brand are nut brakes. The brakes are really good, nice and quiet, really good stopping power. But also this does have regen braking, so you're actually able to get a little bit of power back into your battery as you apply the brake. But yeah, overall braking has been one of the best that I've used on a scooter to date. And the light is green, and I'm able to really beat all the other cars off the starting line. It's just really so fun to use. But yeah, you also do have custom dual hydraulic suspension on this thing. Nice bump right there, and I had to dodge those trees there. But yeah, just being able to go off-road or go over the curve like this is really nice and smooth. And you do have a decent amount of clearance underneath the deck on this scooter, so I don't know exactly how many inches it is, but you can see from this video, it's pretty decent. And you do have the options between tires. So I have the off-road tires, but they do have some on-road tires if you mostly plan to ride on paved surfaces, roads, bike paths, and stuff. But I think the off-road would be good for most people because it still performs well in the street and stuff. But when you do want to go on gravel or any type of loose type of dirt and stuff, this is just going to be a better all-around option in my opinion. And I did take this out in some grass and stuff, and it performed very well. And so I feel just as comfortable riding this thing in the street with a lot of cars going super fast, or just going out in different terrain when I'm on a bike path, but I do want to start exploring a little bit. And these are 10-inch pneumatic tires, and the on-road tires though are actually self-healing. Now the off-road tires don't have any type of self-healing properties, but they are pretty thick, so I don't worry too much about, you know, getting a puncture or going flat with them, but it would be nice to see some self-healing off-road tires offered with the next version of the scooter. Now this little attachment right here is a hydraulic steering damper that they include in the box. Normally this will cost you a little bit extra money, but Solar put this in the box, so that is very welcome. And it's very easy to attach on. They have a video showing you how to do it if you need it. And this basically helps prevent the speed wobble that you get going at high speeds with scooters like this. And I will tell you that I don't want to use another scooter without a steering damper because this thing has spoiled me. So even going at high speeds or doing a nice little fast takeoff like this, I am in full control. And right now we're at about 30 miles per hour. I'm about to go over some railroad tracks and I'm not concerned at all as far as losing control because this thing just keeps me rock solid in place. And so compared to even like their P1 Pro scooter that I reviewed last year, when I did get up to speed on that, I had a little speed wobble, so I really have to focus on like my stance and make sure I get kind of low sometimes. This one, I can stand upright, kind of loose, and not have any problems. So this thing is definitely super clutch. Oh, and this also does have a very wide custom rubber deck. So it has their logo on here, but also this rubber deck is a step up from their grip tape that they use on their previous scooters, which did the job, but was kind of like cheap feeling, I guess. This one does feel more premium and also is easier to clean. And I wear size 12 shoes and I can have both of my feet side by side with no problem. I still have some room in the front and the back, but you also do have this little kind of ramp in the back where you can put one of your feet. And this allows you to get even more control when you are going at high speeds. And honestly, it's just a little bit more comfortable to ride. Now the scooter also does come with a very loud horn, as you can hear here. Extremely loud. And honestly, this is plenty loud for riding in the road with cars, but I wish there was some way to turn it down a little bit because when I'm riding on trails and stuff, this is kind of a little bit of overkill. So I might find myself adding like a little kind of mechanical bell or something onto this. But also on the front, you will find a pretty bright single headlight. The previous versions of the scooter did feature like a dual headlight kind of combination, but this headlight is nice and bright. You have a little button there on the stem that you can press to go between different modes, like a daytime running light and also just a couple of modes of brightness there. And then also you do have 360 lighting on this scooter. So on the side, you will find some LED lighting on both sides of the scooter. So you can see it in the daytime, but it definitely shines at night, looks really slick. Now it would be cool to have some way to customize the color of these lights, but for right now, they're just this amber yellowish color. And then on the back, you will find a tail light that also doubles as a brake light. And then you will be finding some turn signals on this scooter as well. The controls for the turn signals are on the left-hand side of the handlebars, and the turn signals show up on both the front of the scooter and also on the rear of the scooter. Now, unfortunately, though, the turn signals don't make any type of sound, so sometimes you can forget that you have them on. So I wish it had some type of blinking sound, but also I wish it did have some type of visual indicator on the display, but maybe next time. And speaking of the display, it's one of the best that I've used on a scooter because it's super bright, very nice viewing angles. As I look down right now, I can easily see the display, gives you all that relevant information, your speed, your battery life, all that good stuff. And on the bottom of the display, you will find, I think, 5 physical buttons that you use to be able to show different elements on the display and also control whether you're using the front or rear motor and also which riding mode that you're in. You have 3 riding modes to be able to choose from. And then also you will be able to use this display to be able to change all the different parameters of the scooter, which there are a lot of, to really kind of customize your riding experience. And the good thing is that Solar did put up a video where it shows you how to change all these different parameters and how to get, you know, certain things how you want it. But also in the manual, they do include the different parameter settings. But hopefully one day either Solar will be able to have like an actual app so you can change these settings a lot easier on your phone, or have just a better integrated, simpler menu system to be able to change some of these settings instead of trying to, you know, worry about the different codes and stuff. But for right now, I think the way they have it, it does give you all the information that you need. Now, the scooter does weigh 70 pounds, so it's definitely not the heaviest scooter that I've used in this type of speed class, but it definitely isn't light. But yeah, anyway, you can fold down the stem just using this little knob on the front, and then now it would be a little bit more compact to put into your car or just use for storage. But unfortunately, the stem doesn't lock in any way, so it does move around. So you kind of have to think about that when you are putting it in your trunk to try to prevent it from moving around and stuff. But when you are ready to ride, just fold that stem up and then use that same knob to tighten it up. And it's a pretty quick and fast process, and I had no issues with the knob or anything coming loose while riding. Now, I weigh around 220 pounds, but this scooter does support up to 330 pounds. So it can take all types of weight classes, and I'm about 6 feet tall. But one thing I will say is that the stem of the scooter does not raise up and down, so it's not adjustable like some of the other scooters that Solar does offer. And as far as range, you have around 45 miles that you can get with this scooter, but depending on the weight and terrain that you're riding on, that will go up and down, you know, as far as how much you can actually get. But it does take around 7 to 8 hours to charge the battery on this scooter up fully. And they do include a fast charger in the box, so 7 to 8 hours doesn't sound like a very fast time, but just looking at the size of this battery, it actually is pretty good for charging. Oh, and again, I do have a twist throttle on my particular scooter, but when you are ordering this, you can choose between this twist throttle and also a thumb throttle as well. Now, Solar does give you multiple ways to be able to lock down this scooter so no one can just hop on and start riding away. So you can set up a 4-digit passcode. By default, it's 1234, but you can change that in the settings. Or you can also choose from a fingerprint option when you are buying the scooter. That's an additional cost, I believe, so you can go with that. But for default, they do give you a NFC card that you can use. So you hit the power button and then you just tap this NFC card here on the display, and then now you can get on and start riding. But if that wasn't enough, they also include a built-in security alarm inside of this scooter. So right now I have it unlocked, but I can lock it down, and now it's locked. So now if someone was to get on this scooter and move it, you can hear that it is beeping, and it does lock the rear tire, so no one can actually just get on and push it easily. They can still move it a little bit, but it does make this alarm sound. But do be aware that in order to use this security alarm, you have to make sure that the battery is on. And so on the bottom of the left-hand side, there is a little button that you actually have to press in before you can actually start the scooter. So when you do have that pressed in and the alarm is on, it will make a noise. But if someone does press that button and turn it off, it will also turn off the security alarm. So it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit, but hopefully the person doesn't know that, and hopefully they're not watching this video and figuring that out. Oh, and you also do have a USB Type A port on the right-hand side of the display, so you can charge up your phone at the same time while you're riding. And the scooter is rated IP54 for its water resistant, so they don't recommend you ride in the rain, but if you do get caught in the rain, you should be fine. All right, so look, final thoughts about this new 2024 model of the Solar FF Lite is that for the performance that you're getting for being under $2,000, this is a jam-packed scooter with the speed, the comfort with the dual suspension, and also the range when it comes to the battery life. All of this makes this a scooter that you can take out casually during the day and take it to a park and just go for a chill ride. But if you want to get around town as fast as possible, or you want to race some people, you can do that with this scooter because it just has that performance. But also it's in a style that's not too aggressive looking, but also nothing too boring as well. So just all around a jam-packed scooter that for $17.99, I think you're getting definitely what you pay for with the performance. And yeah, so I'll drop a link down for this scooter down below in the description of this video. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.
$17.99.
How can you prevent this from happening to you?
Just have good balance. That's all. Anyways, that was just it. I'm just fucking tired right now. I think I'm about to fall asleep. Anyways, that was my announcement. That's pretty much it. I guess I'm gonna head out. Where's my music? Oh yeah. Got stuff to think, got stuff to do. Who knows? No more Sunday streams. That is the one thing I will say. Oh yeah, it just everything crashed on me now. Everything is just crashing. No, computer. I guess it's time for you to fucking... Time for me to get a new one, I guess. God damn it. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow. Free play, I'll play whatever. Who gives it matter? All that good shit. Anyways... social schedule, ring the bell, everything else, blah blah blah. I lost energy. So with that being said, hope you guys have a good morning, a good night, wherever you're in the world. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 for free play and whatever I feel like playing. Bye bye. Holy shit. Streaming today was a mistake. I should have just made the announcement tomorrow, but I decided to do it anyway. Why? Because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. I'm just an idiot. Shouldn't have done that. Crazy. Crazy. Crazy.